a medium coffee, and then 1 sausage McGriddle, please. And that's it. Thank you.
Breakfast of champions.
What's going on, everyone? It's Grant, and I'm literally at my favorite pond in the world. I'm back in Illinois for a few days, and so I had to get to my favorite pond. You've seen me fish it before, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Caught many 5s, many 6s in here, and I'm thinking that today is going to be the day that I catch a 7 or an 8. So we'll see what happens, but I'm super excited to be here. It's actually pretty crazy. Like I said, I don't know when I'll ever be in Illinois ever again. I'm here for a wedding this weekend, and so this is seriously my favorite place in the world, because it's one of the ponds that I first started swimbait fishing in and catching giants. And so I am just ready to get after it, catch some big fish. You guys have seen me fish this pond before. It is such an incredible pond. It's super humid. Like, I'm wearing a sweatshirt right now. I'll be taking that off here very soon because it's that hot. It's 5 a.m. The fish should be biting, hopefully. Like, I'm already seeing so much activity out there. I already see shad busting at the surface. This pond has a lot of shad in it, and there's just a lot of bait fish, a lot of things for these fish to eat. So this is actually really, really exciting. But here's the game plan. I'm gonna walk around this whole pond with just swim baits first and try that for an hour and a half or 2 hours or so. And if that's not working, we're gonna switch to the Senko, see what we can do. Boom, let's go. All right, this drain has always been good to me. Always been a toad sitting in here. Let's see if I can jig up a swim bait fish. See that? Do you see that? He's swimming off with it right now. Oh my word. What a fish. No way. No way, guys. Try and get him out of here. Oh. That's a decent fish. I can't really tell how big he is. Oh yeah. Look at that. He is, I want to say he's in the 4 range. He might be a bit, oh, he's a fatty. Guys, check that out. Let's weigh him. That was sick. 455. Do not have a camera. Forgot my phone at home. So it's just gone. How cool was that? So there was a little bit of rain last night. So every time by a drain, guys, throw something in there. There's gonna be a good fish. But right there, just jigging a swim bait, just jigging it, and he just attacked it. That was so cool. I'm gonna see if there's another big one sitting in there. Probably not, but we'll see. But that was legit. All right, let's see if we can get a 5 or a 6 pounder, 7, 8, 9, 10 pounder in here. 4.5, actually it was a little less than that, 4.5. Good fish though. Another one hit it, but he didn't go, oh, I think he's, nope. So only one swim bait fish. And I actually want to talk about that here in just a little bit. But I'm running to my car and see what time it is. I totally forgot my phone because I was super pumped to get here this morning. But I do want to talk about that and how I actually caught that fish, jigging it up on a swim bait. Really interesting. And so I'll talk about that here in just a little bit. So a little bit of a change of plans. I decided to come to the pond that I caught my 7-pounder at last year to see if I could either catch that one again or if I could catch a different fish a little bit bigger than that. I don't even know what's really in this pond. I fished it only a couple of times, and you would think that with a 7-pounder being in here, there could be one in here that's potentially bigger, maybe of the same caliber. And so I just really haven't worked it enough. But I decided to do that. I don't really have a whole lot of time, as much as I would love to fish that last one all day. Since I know quite a few ponds in the area, I'm gonna give a few more a shot. So a little bit of change of plans, and then I might go to one right after this and worm for a little bit, see how many fish I can catch there, because I just lived here for quite a while and figured out quite a few ponds. And so with this one, I caught that 7-pounder on a glide bait, and I'm gonna try a shad Savage Gear right away, or Savage Gear shad right away, and then maybe switch to a depths 250 to see if I can draw it up. I only have about an hour to fish, so I'm gonna give it a shot, see if I can catch that fish, if not one bigger. Let's party. All the weeds have really grown in here. Doesn't look super fun to fish. Can't really get down there. But if I get that monster on, I'll definitely be going down there in the water. It's gonna be fun getting it through those weeds. So it's something, tap it. Fish has it. Oh, jeepers. A fish took it as I dropped it. That's crazy. So that's the second time. Second time today, except I missed that one, where I just let it fall and a fish has grabbed it. Well, nothing there. I'm gonna head to a different pond and do some worming. But a couple of things today that I don't know if I've really touched on before, but that's jigging and slow rolling swim baits. So I've done a lot of swim baiting, obviously, and one technique that I really haven't done a whole lot though is jigging and just rolling swim baits off the bottom. Now I'm not talking paddle tails or with jig heads. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your Huddlestons. I'm talking about the Savage Gear line through. There's been a few times, and even in a few videos, that you've actually seen me catch fish where I have just been jigging those. Like hasn't been a straight retrieve, but it's just been jigging them. And today was a prime example of that. Really cool. Toss the Savage Gear right in front of the drain, and it really does. Like if you're jigging that Savage Gear, it really does look like a dying fish. But here's what I would do differently. So with the Savage Gear line through shad, what you can do is just rig it without the harness, and that's what I would do. I would do that also with a trout, but what I would do as well with the Savage Gear line through trout is go up through the top of the body instead of the bottom, so the hook is on the top, whereas today I had it on the bottom. But guys, I don't know how many fish I've caught where I've just been jigging it, and a lot of times it's at the end of the cast too. And so if I don't get a hit on the straight retrieve, what I'll do is I'll just drop it right before shore, so if a fish was actually following it the whole way, he'll nail it. That's happened to me. I would say I've caught 10 to 15 fish with doing that technique. That's the technique that I've done. So you just reel it in, do a straight retrieve until the very end, and then just drop it. And a fish, if it's been following it, or even if it's just sitting there, will see a dying shad and they'll attack it. And I think that's exactly what happened today, right in front of the drain. And then here, I was reeling it in, let it sit, and a fish just ran off with it, and I set the hook and I didn't get it. So it's just a different technique, but that's also with Huddlestons too. You know, a lot of times, myself included, guys will just straight retrieve the swim baits, and there's nothing wrong with that because it works. But you can also just do a different technique, jig these swim baits up, and you'll catch them. Like, it's actually a really cool way to do it. So I'm gonna head to a different pond now. The swim bait bite has been kind of tough today. I've probably been out for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours now, and only caught that one fish. Had one bite, and then another, that bite that I missed jigging it. So I'm gonna go to a different pond, worm it up for about an hour and see if I can catch some more. So it's been a good day, fun day. It's pretty cool to get back into Illinois and do some fishing. But this Saturday I'm thinking about going with my buddy Jesse out to the place that we normally go and do some fishing there. So hopefully I'll get another video out. But let's go do some worming. All right, last stop of the day. Let's see if we can get some fish here. I've caught one of the biggest bass of my life in this pond. Whoa. Wow, wasn't even paying attention. It's probably a fish on my line, I just don't know because of that. Yeah, there is. They're like 5 inches though. Look at this guy. Look at him. You for real right now? Alright, it's just getting ridiculous. So I'm reeling this thing in with a fish on it right now. Probably just a little bit. All of them are just little. Little. Think there's a fish underneath there? Nope. Man. This one's actually a little bit better. Not much though. Instead of 7 inches, he's 10 inches. Whoa. All right, that was a fun day. A couple things before I go though. And one is I've been fishing a lot of Senkos recently. And I literally think you could Texas rig a Senko anywhere in the country and catch fish. That's the first thing. Anywhere, guys. If you want to catch fish, if you're new to fishing and you don't know what to start out doing, use a weightless Senko with a hook and Texas rig it. You will catch fish. I think anywhere you'll catch fish. Second thing is, that pond has some giants in it, but it also has a lot of little ones. Meaning that it is overstocked. Okay, those actually could be really old fish that I'm catching, but because of the competition and how many fish are actually in there, they're stunting their growth. But hey guys, what a day. Good 4.5 pound earlier, 4.4. Till next time, fish hard.